Toastmasters is a place where you can do a lot of things. As Toastmaster Pritesh showed today, and as Toastmaster Ankit has done several times, it's a place where you can showcase your availability for a relationship as well. It's a place where you learn a lot, where you speak for yourself. But this evaluation session is the most important session in any Toastmaster meeting. Why? Because it is through not judges, but these panel of astute observers that our speakers can learn and be better at public speaking. In a way, we are adept at public speaking. To take this meeting forward, I would like to ask Toastmaster Deepa, who will be evaluating Toastmaster Pritesh for his icebreaker.
Toastmaster Pritesh, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And with the inspiring quote that you began your speech, you have displayed your eagerness to walk the 1,000 miles of this Toastmaster journey. So, I would like to welcome you to our Toastmasters Club. Now, let's talk about your speech. Talking about the good points, that your opening was really good, the inspiring quote, through which you wanted to convey the message that you want to get out of your comfort zone and you want to get yourself into this journey of public speaking. And we got to know the glimpses of your childhood, your hobbies, your favorite music, and how from a play child, your transition from a play child to a serious geeky child, to a serious geeky adult, and everything. And we even had glimpses of the sibling rivalry, which reminded me of me fighting with my sister all the time. And one of the good points of your speech was you didn't use any note, and you even had some impromptu jokes while you were giving the speeches, and about the dimple tip, like we could see how the guests have already wrapped up in your dimple tips, that they were saying that who has the natural dimples and everything, and then you had a really good voice which could actually heard till the back of the room. Now, talking about the areas of improvement, you were a bit nervous, and especially your movement was not helping your nervousness. Next time, try to breathe a little and try to stay in a place to calm your nervousness, and try to take some table topic speeches. The more table topic speeches you take, the more adept speaker you will be. And I would like to suggest you to take mentorship before giving the level 2 speeches. So and I would like to see more of the good speeches coming from you in the near future.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepa, for that evaluation. Now, evaluating the second icebreaker for today, we have Toastmaster Kripa will be evaluating Toastmaster Deepa.
Now, Toastmaster Deepa, 3 letters for you. W-O-W. Wow. Icebreaker speech. I think in my case, it was so hard. It was like climbing Mount Everest in Toastmasters, giving your icebreaker speech. And look at you, already so confident, great body language, good eye contact, everything. And when I was giving my icebreaker speech, I thought I would never be able to make it. I was so shy, so nervous that I wish that my turn would never come. But you did a great job. You talked about your hometown, you started out with your name, and you talked about your schooling. And in certain aspects, I felt that you were talking about me. Because I studied in girls' school, I love chicken. In fact, I gave my entire speech, my project 2 on my love for chicken. I love coffee, and I love dancing, though I'm not an adept dancer. And I think if we have a conversation next time, then it would be a never-ending gossip. And talking about your areas for improvement. So I think it would be more better if you a little bit slow it down. In some aspect, you had difficulty in pausing. So if only you can improve in that aspect, then I think you will do great speeches in your further projects. And all in all, you've raised your bar on by giving your first level speech in such a good manner, and we really look forward to hearing your next level speeches.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kripa. To evaluate the project 9 for today's evaluation Toastmaster visit, we have a very special Toastmaster. All the way from Everest Toastmaster we have Toastmaster Tyler.
If you don't do it yourself, the system won't change. Toastmaster Pretender was up here today with the goal of persuading all of us in the audience, do it yourself, the system won't change. The burden of proof of making us want to do that was on Presenter today. And to do that, he had to have a good opening. And in the opening, he kept giving examples of his friends who said, do you have a connection here? Do you have a connection there? And we all got that feeling that we knew what Presenter was going to do. Go do it yourself. And then he brought us back 100 years and told us about how this was no different than 100 years ago, except that's how all the rich people in Nepal amassed their property, by knowing people, land barons. But look at this phone I have. It's super advanced. And it has more power than what went to the moon. So if this can advance, why can't we? That was the question he asked without, directly asking it. And he kept doing that through the speech. He compared it with technology, he compared it with personal examples. He talked about Toastmaster Ankit, he talked about Kamru Police app, he talked about other practical examples. But while he was doing that, he also said, this is what's wrong with Nepal, which is the example of the guy in the Terai getting rich off death certificates because people like us weren't doing that. So, were you persuaded? I was.
Yes.
This was a textbook persuasive power speech. Now, a couple places where you could improve. One, this bottle of water right here. Put it right here. Open it up. Drink it. It's perfectly acceptable to do so a couple times. Second, I think you forgot a couple places. And third, you added a little bit too much, maybe. So just bring that down just a little bit. But still, you were trying to persuade, you were trying to reach out, so you have to keep that in mind. And last, you started off so strong that it was as if you got a little tired in the end. But by then, we were persuaded by your logic, we were persuaded by your emotion, we were persuaded by your call to action, we were persuaded by your examples, we were persuaded by everything we were supposed to be persuaded by. So, Rosendra, I've heard you've had to do this a few times. The good news is for you, or once, I'm not sure, at least once. The good news for you, you don't have to do it again. It's a very good job. And I was well persuaded. The next time I have to do something bureaucratic in Nepal, I'll go do it myself.
Master Tyler. I would like to ask the timer if our evaluators are ready. So all three evaluators are ready to vote. Please cast your votes. Before I move on to the next session, I would like to talk about this general evaluation session mostly to the guests. I didn't do it before because I wanted to kind of demonstrate how it's supposed to be done. So you already have seen the first part of the general evaluation session, where the speakers were evaluated directly by their respective evaluators. Now we'll have indirect evaluation, or the technical evaluation, where our R counter, the timer, and the grammarian will be presenting their reports for different roles. So to begin the technical evaluation, I'd like to ask the grammarian Toastmaster Pushpachandra Khanal to give out his grammarian's report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sasank, and good evening, everyone. Again, my job as a grammarian is to review the speech which was delivered today. With this, it will help the speaker to improve themselves in the grammatical terms, and that will improve my listening capability. I need to listen very critically so that I could notice what were the glitches, where the mistakes, where the word of the day were used, and where the good words were used. Today, I am going to report the grammarian. I am going to present the grammarian report which I have prepared. Starting from Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Prasant, though is